Hello and welcome back to a refreshing sounding title screen. What you might say? Yeah, refreshing. Because I have a new pair of, or not a pair, but I have a new headphone. Because the old one was like dying a little bit and the sound balance was going off, so one can was getting more silent than the other one, so I had to adjust the balance all the time, and then I would switch it up, so I had to readjust the balance. And I've had it for like 6 or 7 years, I believe, and I wasn't always as careful with it as I should have been. So now I got a new one, a DT990 with the metal or the aluminum, I guess it is, version of it. So, but it's not too heavy, and so far it sounds great. It does need a little bit of tuning to the equalizer to tone down the treble and get the mids up a little. But well, once you've done that, then it's quite great. So yeah, I can hear everything more clearly now. And well, after the last part, wow, I don't think it can really get better than the last part. But who knows? We'll see. Apparently, or so I've been told, the next part is extremely difficult. So, yeah, we need to put our game face on, basically, and play at the best of our abilities. Which is, of course, a thing that we will always do. But can I just say one thing about, like, the last part? I think that it's one of the most beautiful parts we have probably ever made. There, I've said it, and well, I can only say that I totally agree. So, yeah, without much further ado, let's get to this next part, which is, of course, all the way down the list. And look, we don't really have that many more parks to go. We only have, well, 9 more to go, but Southern Sands it is. So let's pause it. A desert park with some cleverly designed coasters is yours to expand. We need to have 2,300 guests in our park at the end of October, year 4, with a park rating of at least 600. Now, the last bit is not the challenge, but wow. I understand why this is steep, because basically, we need to gather up 2,180 guests or something, because we have like 114 in the park and 6 more coming. So, oh wow, look at this coaster being, and we have another one. Oh, this is from the title screen. We have like 3 coasters. Do I see this right? Am I seeing this right in that we have, oh, this is a monorail. And this is also the monorail. So we have like a monorail and a coaster. And another coaster. Wow. I mean, how can this even be that difficult, right? Let me see what, like, how the thing is designed. So basically, it departs from over here, goes down, up, down and up, down, turn, up. This I like. This is how I think a coaster like this should be designed, with lots of ups and downs. So props to the devs for getting this out here, because I think this is how you should do a coaster like this. And then up, more up and downs, and then back to the station. Solid design, absolutely love it, And for a wooden coaster, it isn't covering the terrain with wooden supports. So big props to the devs for a really nice wooden coaster. We definitely are going to keep this one. So, and also we're going to charge way more for this. Because we need the money, and this is a good coaster. So we can definitely get away with this. Also, 3 trains, it says. How long is the ride? Only 1 minute 21. Yeah, so we don't need to time this. We'll worry about the naming of this in a moment. I also want to check out what the other rides are. Oh, so we have... Here's the monorail station. And then that goes all the way around. So here is another monorail station. Then here's a monorail station. And here's a... That's cool. Oh wow, that's really cool, because I already see like one glaring issue over here with this park, and that is the way that the path is spaced out. This is absolutely terrible. We need to do stuff about that like really soon, because else we are gonna run into trouble. And the problem with this is the monorail, the way I see it, because that is just holding us back. Yeah, we want this whole path line here to be disabled. That's the way how I see it, you know, because if we just, this is the entrance, so we need our guests to be able to get to all the station entrances and exits, right? So if we go by that criteria, then that means that we need this to be accessible, so that would be the bottom half. And then basically we also need this to be accessible. And this, but I think this does not need to be there. Or we make it so that the guests can only go up here, up till here, and then but this would lead to pathing issues. So I guess what we need to do is cut it off here, but leave this open. This is also terribly designed, this, you know, this is just like, here they will start walking circles. I mean, however cool it might be, I guess we'll have to close off a few of these. Because I think this is just bad path design. But we'll worry about that in a moment. Let us see about this coaster, because this is also pretty cool. So how does this go? I think this goes up here. And then, basically, what are the ratings? Wow, okay, so they've got a little bit more bonkers with this one. But I believe this is the flying coaster, because can't this one go, like, upside down too? Or is this just a corkscrew coaster? Might be that it's just a corkscrew coaster, but let's see. So, it goes down here with a corkscrew, and then a half loop into the underground, and then up again. And look at it, they've made a great coaster without too much height. So, and then it does like a loop, you know, just above ground here. And then another half loop, corkscrew. And then, oh wow, they go corkscrewing, partly above and below ground. And then barrel roll, corkscrew, and then back. This is like an ultra compact coaster, and look just how cool it is. It only goes to height 16 and as low as height 4, and that's it. And it basically has like the best ratings for such a, wow. That really did a good number over here. By the way, if we just zoom out, we have quite a park to work with. It's not for 4 years we will totally fill this up, and it's gonna be spaghetti style all the way because. If this is as difficult as they say it is, then I will definitely do not hold back on ugliness. We're gonna do effectiveness in this one. You know, we've did beauty in the previous park. We're gonna do effectiveness in this park. So this is only like a $1 type of ride. Running costs. We definitely the bad part about this is that because it's all underground except for the station, this is like the worst ratings ever. So it's like a subway, and I basically cannot really charge more than the $1 here, which is a shame. What we definitely do is we will set that up like that, and I don't know how much is charged for this one, but we'll definitely up that to 6. And then, oh wow, look at the inspection time on this one. Now, how is it with our staff? We have 1 mechanic, and that's it. Nothing else but 1 mechanic. Oh wow, is that bad. And because the park is really big, and we don't really have that many rides, and they're like super far apart. How much can we loan? Because that's gonna be crucial. Only 22. That's like just average. Oh, balls. Okay, we're gonna be in like financially really tough times at the start of this. I just warn you now, that's the way it's gonna be. we'll have to deal with it. We have coasters though. Let's check out what type of rides we have. So obviously we have like a monorail, so we don't really need to worry about transport rides anymore. Might do this later on, you know, just for coolness, but else we won't. This is just the bare minimum. Now we have this one already in the park. And I think this is it's the suspended looping coaster that is built over here. So we already have that one too. So that's good. But luckily, you know, aside from these two, which we've already have, we have like this, and well, we could also get these two in here, you know. So we have like a decent selection of coasters. That's good. This is average, you know, it's better than usually where you start with 1 or 2, but it's not that great either. And this is okay, especially this. This is like, so in terms of rides, coasters, we're golden. In terms of shops and stalls, pretty decent, you know, balloons as well. This is definitely not bad. Right, okay, good. Knowing this, first thing first, let's get our stuff sorted. What we need is mechanics on the areas where it counts. So this here is the exit of this coaster. We'll get the the benches and all that jazz in there later. First of all, we need to worry about the security of our coasters. And then this over here is like the other coaster. I mean, this we just need. We cannot escape having this, you know. We need these two mechanics. They're basically a necessity. As for the rest, now we need to decide where we allow our guests to go. So, do we... I mean, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to cut off the path here. Just cut it off. And then also remove like these sections here and this. I don't feel like it adds much at the moment. Right, so let's just first get that sorted, shall we? And also, what type of supports are we gonna go with? Do we have? They've gone with wooden over here. I guess we should stick with wooden then. You know, if that's what's been chosen for us, that's what we'll run with. So done. It's also a bit of a cash grab as well, you know, all this path. But at the same time, this means that we don't need to build it ourselves. So that's also good. And by the way, if you hear some weird noise, that might be because of, again, the laundry. Alright. And you can see we're being really effective with our time here, because I feel like we definitely need to be. Ooh, also, I make this a fancy one that's 30 game euro bucks. We also have the ugly ones for 25 game euro bucks. Guess what we're going for? Because, like I said, this park is not gonna be a beauty. just so you know. As for... Actually, already we've made the first mistake. I don't even want this to be over here. I want this to be... No, well, you know, maybe it's not that bad. If we block this over here... Yeah. There. And then go with like another one there. There. Alright. This is where we want it, basically. And then we will also block this and that. Good. So this is like a section that we will not use. I feel the same for... You're going to be walking off there. Come on, game, please. Alright. And then... There. So now we've at least made this a little bit more efficient, right? It's just for us to get the logistics of this park in proper shape, because currently it's just a mess. So this looks at least halfway decent. And then I feel like this upper section here is like totally unnecessary. The whole thing. So that means that I feel like basically that can be done. And then also this section over here leads to absolutely nowhere. Because this section is also in existence, which also makes this section down here also obsolete. So basically this is going to be the main path here. Having said that, that means that we will cut off the path over here. Alright. So that will be the exit path for the guests. Then that will be cut off, and yeah, this should already make this a whole empty path here. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. Then we can do two things here. Or leave this upper path here, which I think makes more sense, even though from the entrance point of view it might not make sense. But from like, because yeah, if we take a look at the rest of the park, it makes more sense to remove these inner T's here, you know, these sections, and leave this up here. Even though it might look odd, I think it makes more sense. So to that extent then, I think all we need to do is remove a few key pathing sections. There. Get like a no entry sign there. Look, and we've done nothing right now, and already we have 122 guests and quite a few coming. So, you know, 2300 seems like really steep, and it is. I mean, I did not expect such a steep challenge, but it might not be as difficult as it seems. As like the first 200 or something are just a present for us. We will get those regardless. And then basically we want this to be cut off. There. And this. Right. Good. Okay. So now that the essentials are cut down, or we've been stripped down to the bare essentials, I feel, oh yeah, and then we also need to cut down the path here. There, good. And then also there, good. So we've even made money, and we have streamlined our path logistics quite a bit. Yeah, we did not forget anywhere, now did we? And once these sections have cleaned out, then we will also get like stuff in there. And I feel for now, because we have so much path to worry about, maybe what we should do, rather than cover every section here with a handy dude and be like, geez, man, maybe what we should do is worry about managing by where it's the worst for the start. Because I don't feel like we will have a very dirty park at the start, and we do need every bit of money. And to that end, it might not be such a bad idea to just cover the exits of the coasters, because these, of course, do need handy dudes. You know, this is not even a question. We want and need this. That's the monorail. Okay. Then, yeah, well, maybe it's not such a bad idea to cover this. So let us cover this, because I think this has. Oh, and by the way, excuse me, but who the F gave this such a long queue? This is terrible. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Is it though? Hold on a second. I say this, but it might not be the case. Is it terrible? 1 minute 20, 3 trains with 14. So 1 minute 20 is 80 seconds and 3 trains. That means, look, they timed it at 90 seconds max. So if we were to just count this, 1, 2, 3, they have like 7 cars, so that's 14 per car. So that's 3 tiles per car. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 minute 30 or 20, right? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's like, that's not that bad. And this will probably be like a 5-minute queue time, but we might need an entertainer. We'll see how it goes. This train though will probably be worse. And this is just a decent queue size, you know. I like this. It might be a little bit too short. But we'll see about that. Also, now that we're here, let us get a handy dude at this exit. This one over here. Definitely do we need one patrolling right over here. Now, you will need to cover that. You will also need to cover this. Because what will probably happen is that guests will start to vomit in other places. So, yeah, you just cover this area. And that will be good. Rightio. Then, what we will need is a no entry sign on the exit. And benches. Alright, maybe like a few more benches over here on this side. Probably. And we will also want benches over here and a no entry sign right there. There. Alright, and no entry, good. Okay, so that's at least these basics covered, you know. Now, yeah, so then what, huh? Ooh, you know what we totally forgot? Eggheads! Yeah, definitely did we forgot the eggheads. How much time did we waste already? 5 days. Alright, that's not too bad. We don't need roller coasters, we don't need shops and stalls. Maybe we want gentle rides too, but for the time being, we'll just go with the thrill rides, right? Okay, guys, so that's the start of this park then, huh? Also, we're gonna do the umbrella trick. I don't know, it will rain soon, so we're not gonna go too crazy with it. We definitely want to charge at least a decent amount for it. Same price throughout the park. Let's go with, let's keep it like brownish a little bit, you know. I don't need this to be like a rainbow park or anything, so. Wow. Alright, man. This is a serious challenge that we're up against. And the park isn't that big. It might seem big, but in 4 years, we can build a lot. So let's also prepare for ultra compact building, right? Because I think we definitely need that. What should we do? I feel like what we should do first is get like a few more facilities in the park. Benchify it up a little bit. You know, because we don't have, and also, I want a handy dude who I can just pick to clean up the incidents, you know, when things get too bad with the vomit and stuff in the litter. And also, you can be gone. Let's relocate you. Where shall we put this bathroom that's basically free for us? Why don't we put this right here? There. Nice. And then, of course, we will charge 20 cents throughout the park. Good. Alright, alright. With this, I guess... Wow. It's so difficult, you know, we really need to plan things out. Where are we gonna go first with, like, the traffic in the park? I mean, what we might need to do is close this whole monorail down, but I think it's kind of cool. I don't feel like destroying rides in this park, because it's just wasting valuable time. Oh, and you know what we should also do? Why don't we give our coasters a name, huh? Let's call this Sand Snake. Or why don't we call this Sand Eater? Are we gonna leave it in the original colors? I feel like we should. We should just only change the name of it. So, also, wow. Which handy dude is taking the call? No one is. Maybe it's getting fixed right now. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then we have this one. And let's call this camel belly rather than camel back, which is of course what it refers to. But the belly of a camel is in fact this upside down. So yeah, you know, it's really fitting. And we are also not going to change the colors of this because it's original. Then we will call this yeah, why don't we call this maybe like Subway 1? No. We shall call this Desert Metro. No, we shall also not call this. Let's call this square. Yeah, the rectangular tube. Rectangular tube. Alright. Also not going to change the colors on it. You know, it's an original, so we don't need to. I feel like we definitely need to get facilities in the park first. Like a few shops and stalls sparsely scattered throughout. And then once we have like cash for a few more, add them. As it stands, we want like at least a few more bathrooms. You know, we want like one over here. And yeah, all this path, it's just terrible. Once you're gone here, we can also remove like the path here, which is like right now. Good. So we want like one toilet. Let's group them, you know. So we'll have one in the center, and then later on we can expand the coverage. So we have like one in the center, and maybe like just a toilet here. Because I don't feel like we should go over here straight away. This will be like a section like, yeah, we'll go there later. We'll first work on this bit. And then we'll have also like a group of shop and stalls like over here-ish. So, yeah, that seems about right. So, having said that, let's get that done. Let's see. Are there, by the way, there's no guests on these bits either anymore. So we can therefore remove these sections. Nice. And then basically get like, and we're also not gonna go ham on everything. So we'll just build like the bare essentials. There. You know, like one drink, one food. And that should be enough. And also have like a balloon thingy. Because that's just pure profits, you know. And we want pure profits. So I have like one drink. And then one food. And then balloons as well. We'll do this all like right over here. So there we go. And shall we go with like a sandy brown color here? I mean, or are we gonna do something that stands out? I feel like we should make everything blue for the swag. I don't know if we have like any guests who bought an umbrella already. Let's go with blue. And we'll do the tracks a little bit in like desert style coloring. But we're gonna go for the swag, everything blue. You too. Dark blue. And open up. Because, you know, I have a bad history of not opening up. So, alright, everything checked for. Then we said we wanted like a venue for shops and stalls over here. So let's get that. Now, right next to this tunnel, I feel like over here we want a toilet. There, yes, this is what we want. And we also kind of want a drink shop and all that stuff, but where to put it though? I mean, in the end, this is like where in the future we will have our guests go. Oh man, some of them are gonna have like a really long walk ahead of them. They will probably leave a bit angry of this section. We'll have to see, you know. That looks good. Guess they're coming to our newish facilities, basically. That's what's happening, so. Let's get like a fizzy drink thingy here. And this seems to be just the right height. Which it is, nice. And then also like an ice cream thingy. We won't do another balloon thing, because therefore, you know, I do not want to waste too much money on all this stuff here. Also, I don't really know if this makes any difference, but we're gonna have it be colored like that, just because we can. I don't know if the ice creams will also be blue. It would be cool, but I don't expect it to be. Right, so this is like another hub for shops and stalls, and then we'll have like the last hub be somewhere over here. I guess this is like a good section, you know, this path here. I mean, both of this section and this section is walkable for the guests. So I feel like this is a good section. So let's get like another toilet down here. And shall we do more balloons? I feel like we should. There. And then we'll do again lemonade and hamburgers. So do that. See, and we're like ultra time efficient here. So nothing's happening, and at the same time we are winning the game by playing it like this. Right, and you'll be open too. So this will probably lure like quite a few guests to the park, I think. What we need to do next is, and this might seem like really boring, but this is really important. We need to get a few benches down and trash cans. So first of all, we need them around the areas with the shops and the stalls. So that's really important because guests will sit down and eat stuff. Next, we need them close to the exits. Then we also want them over here, of course. Yes. This is an exit that is already covered. We need them also over here at this exit. Alright, that's also covered right now. And then we already added quite a few over here. So basically that took care of itself. But this is also an exit, so we kind of also want it over here. There. Then we also want like a few trash cans, obviously on the sloped parts. Nice. And then basically it's not really that important that guests can go there, so there. That will take care of this. And then basically I also want like a trash can there. And now what we can do is just scatter around like a few benches, which to be honest, I feel like we got it already pretty well covered. It's only like this stretch over here that's like a bit badly covered. So let's just add like a few more. Maybe also over here. Just to add a few benches. And also a few trash cans. We'll come to that in a moment. And then like that. Also, we want a no entry sign here. Because this is just an exit. And it's not really interesting to go to. There, okay. Starting to come together this, you know, we get the basics down. Okay, so now what we need is just like a few more trash cans. Because trash cans are important. And then also like one there, one there. Let's also get one there. Let's get one there. And then another two here. Right. Alright, I'm starting to get the feeling that we got like most of our basics covered. So yeah, what did we do? Build nothing. Achieved nothing. And at the same time, we kind of got the basics of this park laid down, you know. We took care of the logistics, took care of the settings of all our coasters, got the facilities down, and also like 2,500 game euro bucks wasted. So with that, I think we're now ready to start actually building rides into this park, which is what we'll do next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.